Welcome to the Bad Movie Night podcast, covering the worst movies you've never seen. Go to our website, badmovienightpodcast.com, to watch our show and to listen to other episodes of our podcast. We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Bad Movie Night podcast. My name is Chris, and tonight we are talking about the 1995 sleeping horror movie, Sleepstalker.
You really know how to tell a story, kid.
Evil never dies. It just waits to be reborn. It's bedtime. Sleepstalker.
It's bedtime.
Sleepstalker. That's what he said, Aaron.
Sleepstalker.
Sleep. All right, we're back. Back at it. AJ's here. He's got a new microphone.
New mic.
New mic. No
Sounding
longer
fresh.
We can all hear him. Let's hear it. Let me get a little wet.
Beautiful new mic.
Oh my god.
You like that? It's picking up the low end and the high end.
There's low end to that, but
A lot.
I'm kind of digging the high end too there, AJ.
Wow.
You got a
As you do.
full package.
How much would that cost on the black market?
That's pre-show material there, and how dare you, sir? I will say, we are also wording people. We have guests.
Yeah. We are wording.
I did see a tweet earlier this week, maybe last week, where you were talking about how cool you are, and you were on everybody's shows. But you have also graced us with your presence on our show. Lindsay, thank you, and welcome back to the Bad Movie Night podcast.
Well, thanks for having me.
So how are you that cool that you get to be on all these shows?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. People just love my bubbly personality, I guess.
I think that's my problem.
Too much of a jerk.
That's what my wife tells me. That's what's been going on.
You're a different kind of bubbly, Chris.
Oh, that sounds like a weight thing. I think they'll call me fat. I'm not going to talk about that. I was going to say on the pre-show we went over in detail the Rudy Giuliani fart sequence, and I'm wondering if I should keep that bumper or get rid of it. I think I'll keep it for now. You never know when that could come up, much like the shower song. I feel like that's one we're going to keep around for a while, right?
I mean, he's going to be around in the news for a while, so we might as well.
That's true.
Who knows what will happen tomorrow?
So, all right, Sleepstalker. AJ, do you want to give us a little that premise?
Oh, sure. I'll do my best with this.
Oh, look at him IMDbing frantically over there. We see your hand move.
Are you queuing up, or am I just going?
You just go.
You
I
know,
don't even-
All right,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna wing it.
Yeah.
I like
in
that.
the
I wish-
90s.
Oh, that's even better.
It starts in the 70s.
In the mid-90s, in a faraway desert on the other side of the planet Earth, comes a man made of sand.
Oh my God, this is
Good.
This is
He has
amazing.
found that there's a child he must have, but he missteps and gets arrested by some dirty cops. Only to break out of prison with the help of a voodoo priest and to be resurrected as his soul as the Sandman.
I like the delay you added onto that. That's good.
I just completely winged
Dirty
it.
cops.
They aren't dirty cops, but they might as well be.
It was pretty sandy.
Were they sand? Damn it!
Sorry, Aaron.
Radar for that guy's terrible hat he has from the 90s. What is that thing? You know
And
what I'm talking
his
about?
vest and it
Oh,
works in a
God.
coffee
Yes,
That
shop.
backwards
Goatee.
driver's
Yeah,
cap.
he looks like he should be on Frasier, right?
Friends.
That guy also played Bug in
Yep.
Uncle Buck and also wore a terrible hat in that movie too.
He's got the 90s goatee going on. That hat is just...
Maybe he
And
the
was
vest.
balded at an early age or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that hat's rough.
Yeah, we'll get. I have some other Friends comparisons. I was picking up on that. We'll get to that there, Spiff. AJ, that was a really good premise whole thing you did.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, congratulations. I don't know why I congratulated, but it seemed like you earned it.
I appreciate the acknowledgement, and I'll do better next time too.
Okay. Okay. All right. That got weird. Aaron,
Yeah.
can we take a moment and do what we do inside that history hole of yours? Get a little context with
Sands of
movies and
time,
with
Chris.
The
history
sands of
hole,
time?
The sands of time.
Oh.
Like time through the hourglass.
All right. Here we go.
For Aaron's history hole.
Sleepstalker.
Ooh. That's not a very good cover. I feel like they had better covers than me.
Yeah, I picked the first one. Not impressed by that. It doesn't fit the movie very well, I don't think.
When the Sandman calls, it's good night forever.
Unless you have a garden hose. All right, so Sleepstalker. This is from 1995, as we said. We previously covered 1995, most recently with No Exit, which I wasn't on.
It's a Fates Warning album.
That was COVID.
How is that?
COVID era.
I don't think we
No
watched
Exit.
No Exit.
Yeah,
Does it have
how's
an
No
alternate
Exit?
title?
I don't remember what else it's called. That's
Forgettable.
one of its multiple.
Forgettable.
Oh, Fatal Combat.
Fatal Combat.
Fatal Combat. Jeff Wincott.
Wincott.
In the Arctic.
Dude, I found a short film Jeff Wincott made today
Really?
on YouTube where he's talking about how in the 90s he's like at an AA meeting and he's talking about how some guy gave him these German like lifting bars for weight lifting and how he got addicted to them and all kinds of stuff. It was weird. Anyways, that's my story.
I just can't stop lifting.
I only
to the
watched like
queue.
30 seconds of it. I think it was supposed to be like about alcoholism, but he like switched it out with like weightlifting bars or something.
I could see that guy having an alcohol problem. So this film was released in April 25th of 1995. Some other movies released that month were Bad Boys, Jury Duty, The Basketball Diaries, While You Were Sleeping,
Oh, yeah.
which we talked about last week.
Yeah, Bill Pullman.
Yep, Sandra Bullock.
Yep.
Yep,
Peter
Friday.
Gallagher. I'm not
Huh?
a big Peter Gallagher fan.
Nah, something
His
about that
eyebrows.
dude. Yeah, they feel like that could be a horror movie in itself. They just like and they grab you. Like, yeah, they get all entwined with his eyebrows.
It's just I don't. They seem
It
unnatural.
just swallows your
But
soul.
I have a thing with eyebrows because I'm afflicted. with the one.
And Village of the
Can't
Damned.
do it. Oh, John Carpenter.
Yeah, it's. I've never finished that movie.
Christopher Reeves.
Yeah. So our writer and director for this film was Turi Meyer, who has 7 director's credits. But he's best known for things like directing episodes of Buffy, Smallville, and Angel. He wrote Wrong Turn 2, Candyman, Day of the Dead,
Ooh.
and Leprechaun 2. He also was a producer for a bunch of those shows as well. The co-writer was Alfredi Septien, who's basically worked with Turi, the director, and a bunch of things like Vampire Diaries, Smallville, also a couple other movies and things. So
Vampire Diaries? Is that a movie?
it's a
It's a
show.
TV show.
Smallville, Witches of
Oh.
East End, Salem, and
Okay.
Midnight, Texas.
Okay.
Were all the shows he's worked
Got
on.
a lot of vampire stuff going on there.
Yeah, a
A
little
lot
bit.
of CW stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Our
knows
music was
quality when
by-
he sees it.
What's that? CW?
Yep.
Is it still CW?
I
What does
think
it
so.
stand for? Court.
Uh, curly
Counting.
whiskers.
Curly women. Wayne. I don't know.
Moving on, our music is
Whoa.
by Jim Manzi. He has 23 composer credits. He's known for Tales from the Dark Side, From a Whisper to a Scream, and Blood Surf, which looks like a fun film about dudes that do surfing and try to attract sharks, but instead attract a giant crocodile. I don't know.
Sounds
Yeah.
awesome.
It sounds awesome. Cinematographer was Michael G. Wojciechowski.
Oh, cool.
We
Wojciechowski.
apologize to our Polish listeners.
Maybe Mike W could tell us how to pronounce that.
You went like robot a little bit earlier. I wanted you to go robot on that because it would have sounded cool. You were
Mike-
like
Michael G. Wojciechowski. He had 27 cinematographer credits for
Okay, I
TV
don't like
shows.
it anymore. Okay, good.
Runaway, Scandal, and Extant. So
Ooh.
he's still busy working on TV shows.
Scandal.
Yep. Our makeup and visual effects. There's a bunch of people that were involved in this. Most of them, they really had no credits to their name, or this is the only thing they worked on, which is kind of surprising in a way. But one guy, actually two people came up kind of consistently, were Mike J. Reagan and Jerry J. Tunnicliffe. They worked together on Feast, Blade, Mimic 2, Lord of Illusions, which is a pretty cool film.
Nice.
So we can talk about it later, but there's some, for a low budget film, there's some pretty cool makeup and visual effects in this
Yeah,
for what they
definitely.
had. Some movies to check out. So we have Highway to Hell.
Oh my God, I love that movie.
Man.
I've never seen it.
It's great.
Yeah?
I've never seen it, but I have it.
All right, cool. We're definitely going to check that one out. And if you don't like that cover, they have this cover.
That sold it even more.
Yeah.
It's like
I don't know what's going
Star
on there,
Wars.
but it's awesome. Okay, so Highway to Hell from 1991. An eloping bride is taken to hell, and her fiance must pursue. Starring Adam Stork, Patrick Bergen, and the lower low, Chad Lowe.
Patrick Bork? Is that what you said? Stork? I don't know.
Adam Stork or Storky? And
Isn't
Patrick Bergen.
Isn't Christy Swanson in it too?
No, is she? I didn't see that. Now I gotta check. Highway to Hell. She in there? Didn't say.
I think she
her.
plays the
She
bride.
is. She plays Rachel Clark.
Hmm.
I didn't recognize her in the pictures.
Mhm.
Well, 1991.
It's batshit crazy.
Perfect. It'll go great for our show then. All right, moving on. We have Drive from 1997. So let me
Oh,
zoom in here a
man.
little bit. You may recognize someone here, Chris.
Is this Christian
Mark
Slater?
Dacascos.
Mark
Oh, no, this is
Dacascos
Mark.
Yes, I can't say that guy's name.
and Kareem Harrison.
Drive.
Dude, look at him. Look at that cool
It's
angle.
gonna have cars.
Yeah,
You know it's
it
gonna be
looks
awesome.
amazing.
So
So
it would be cool is if it probably didn't actually have any cars.
If it's all just green screen completely from the 90s.
Sounds like cool. What year is that from?
1997.
Yes, add
Yeah.
that to the
Oh
list.
man, put that
It
on the
is.
list.
Hi,
That looks
A
amazing.
prototype enhanced human on the run
Wow.
from Chinese hired hitmen hooks up with a dreadlocked bystander, and the two of them elude their pursuers narrowly each time.
What does it matter if he has dreadlocks? Why bother saying that?
I don't know who writes these summaries in IMDb, but sometimes
A hair-covered man.
right. And another man go places and do things in Drive. All right, finally we have Scavengers. I don't know. This came up in the
No, that's
thing.
an interesting thing.
From
about
2013, a team of space scavengers discovers superior alien technology that threatens the balance of the known universe. Hotly pursued by a rival crew of intergalactic mercenaries,
Sweet.
the Revelator crew must fight through the deepest reaches of space to locate and protect the life-altering device.
that. You would think that my eyes are immediately drawn to the large amount of cleavage featured in the prominently in the center, but no, how dare you? I shimmied over to the right and noticed a little name called Sean Patrick Flannery.
Oh shit.
Oh, you want to see that? You want to zoom in a little
I
bit?
know it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be terrible.
It's going to be
Watch where
terrible.
you're zooming in on.
Yeah, which is why this is a family
You gotta
show.
be tasteful
I'm trying.
here, okay?
Trying.
Let's get Tate's.
Oh
Oh,
my
my gosh,
Hold on.
that is Sean Patrick.
Oh, no.
over
Right
to
button.
the left.
Hold on. I'm going to crop it.
Remind me to never let you in Photoshop.
God, this is how you Photoshop. This is awful.
No, this is not how I Photoshop. I've got a little tiny window here.
Oh, it's got Jeremy London in it too.
Wow.
There you go.
All-star cast here.
Rich Critchlow. Rourke Critchlow. I can't read.
Critchlow.
Oh, wrong way. Sorry.
So only the guys have credits on the cover?
Yeah. This
Wow, what's that about?
incredibly
There's not enough room with all the cleavage.
Yeah, there's too much of that.
There's just not enough room.
So we got that. See, it goes like,
Yeah, we got it, Aaron. Thank you. With great power comes great responsibility, Aaron. And if you're going to
and
manage,
yep. That's all I got.
that's it.
That's it.
Wow.
It's the
Kind
shortest
of
history
short. We
hole
can talk
ever.
about the actors when we get into the actual discussing
Nah,
the
it's not
character.
important. All right, cool. Thank you, Aaron.
You got it.
$2 a month and you get some stuff. Patreon.
Hey everyone, go to patreon.com/badmovienightshow and sign up for $2 a month. You get access to the weekly pre-show as well as other bonus podcasts and videos. Patreon.com/badmovienightshow. All right. Scotty P, what did you think of the Sleepstalker?
SDR, I thought it was a promising premise that was not executed the best. I think
premise wasn't fulfilled.
the premise was fine. The effects were lackluster. Lots of sand, running in reverse footage, and very few kills on screen for a slasher movie. And the ending they set up to, well, we'll talk about it. But they set up the story to do something, and then they did it, and it didn't do what they said it was. So overall, it was fun, but it was disappointing.
Okay. Aaron, what did you think?
Yeah, this film was a bit dry.
You're
No, seriously though, it wasn't terrible. I actually enjoyed it to a degree. I think it just didn't have much of a story, and the story that it does have is I have no attachment to. I don't really care about the brothers or their past. I just don't care about anyone in this film, and that's the worst thing you can have in slashers, when you just don't care about anyone.
Not even this guy?
Not even that guy.
Look at his eyes.
So 90s.
Doe-eyed, bushy-tailed.
Yeah. I will give credit to the crew for making a film that looks half decent for the budget. You know, some of the makeup work was pretty cool. Special effects were cheaply done, and you don't see a lot of on-screen stuff. But what they did do was pretty nice for what it was. Are you gonna direct this thing?
It's just my kid knocking on the door. AJ, what'd you think?
Yeah, I kind of agree with everyone. I actually enjoyed the sand special effects. I was here for it. I wanted to see more sand, honestly, and more crazy deaths with sand. We only had that, like, well, we'll talk about, but we only had one or two real deaths.
One sand death.
That were kind of like, it's such a cool character too. When you think about someone playing the Sandman and controlling your dreams, it's kind of like there's so much that you could play with those concepts, and they just failed to do any of that. Like, it was just like a very weak script, really weak storyline, and some of the reveals were just like jokes to me. Like, I couldn't take it seriously. So, but I did like the production. The production was great. Like, for what it was, like, great lighting, great. When the effects were hitting, they were hitting great. Like, I liked the Sandman. I thought he was awesome.
Do you think they were trying to, like, not have parallels with Freddy Krueger and that sort of thing? Were they trying to avoid the nightmare scenarios where he's affecting your dreams?
I think so. I read this was inspired by Freddy Krueger, so that's probably part of the problem.
I would feel like they would lean more into that stuff then, though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they'd be worried about that.
I like
one
the
lady
idea of,
did
like,
get sucked into the bed.
not being able to fall asleep because the Sandman's coming. That's cool.
Damn foam.
You know?
That is cool.
It's cool.
That is cool.
He doesn't have to get you in his dreams. You just can't fall asleep because he's the Sandman.
They should have got him. They should have done dream stuff though. Should have.
That would have been cool.
You should have sprinkled on their eyes.
Yep, and
then
faces
should
could
have
like,
been. Yeah. Lindsay, what'd you think?
I liked the concept, and I did like a lot of the practical effects that they did. The makeup stuff that they did on the Sandman was pretty cool. Even though I thought he looked more of like a really cool interpretation of a Frankenstein character instead of a Sandman. But like everybody else said, I didn't give a shit about the characters really. But there were a couple sequences that I thought had a lot of potential, but they didn't stick the landing on overall. So
Much like his roommate.
Yes.
By the way, that was like a 2-story building, and he died.
I know. I'm like, he'd be fine. He might have some brain damage, but he'd be fine.
He barely fell. He barely fell off the building.
Might need to relearn to walk and to feed himself, but he'll be fine.
You can probably buy a new pelvis for like $400 and walk that shit off. Yeah.
You'd probably like break your leg or something, but I don't think you'd be dying from that.
The lady at the end's gonna need it after that fall. Jesus.
Right. That was an impressive
Yeah.
stunt.
That was.
We'll get to that. I was like super on board for this movie, especially when you get to this sequence.
Yeah, we knock off Enter Sandman.
Yes,
It's like John Carpenter mixed in there.
Yeah, that song was cool. The sequence was cool. I was excited because they were bringing him back.
Rocking in.
Question: did this movie? I think it came out after Shocker, which almost has
Shocker's like 91.
like the exact same premise, sort of.
Well,
A lot of similarities.
We just watched one that was almost exactly like Shocker. What was that?
We did?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. I don't remember what it was.
The music one, the Halloween one. Trick or Treat.
This felt Shocker-esque, Wes Craven-esque.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like
a little bit.
It's the problem is when it gets to the moments where it needs to be cool with kill sequences, it disappoints.
Yeah.
And then they don't really explain too many of the rules with the Sandman, except for like he can't be out during the day or something.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand why the sun
didn't
hurts
get
him.
the sun.
And the way they like
he's from the desert, like you would soak up that sun.
Right? The way they introduce those things too is like badly done. There was literally like a scene where the voodoo priest was just doing like a massive exposition dump by himself in a room to explain plots of the story. It's like, come on, man.
Come on. So annoying.
Yeah. That's actually not a throne. That's a toilet. And he's dumping exposition everywhere.
That scene was great, by the way, when they came upon him. They just turn a corner and the whole thing lights up. I was like, what?
At this point, whenever a character
That was awesome.
Whenever a character says, "Let me tell you a story," I automatically skip ahead 5 minutes because I know it's going to be like the worst, most pointless exposition.
So what was like his like what was he like immune to and what like didn't hurt him?
Bullets didn't hurt him.
They like
Really?
Water hurt him.
Water and sunlight, right?
But
Water
how would
and
blood
sunlight.
not hurt him then?
You know, one thing. If I was Griffin, if I was a dude, I would have just started like pissing all over him.
It's not like that. You can't just
Just
pee on
piss
demand,
all
though.
over him.
I can't pee on demand. Can anyone pee on demand?
My wife had a good
I
idea.
mean,
When
if you're scared, maybe.
they know that he's after them, and then that's when they go to see the preacher, I think. But they should have just gone to a swimming pool.
Yeah.
Waited for 3
And
days.
turn on some lights.
Just wait till the next morning, you know?
Get a power washer.
And the
They're
sun
in
lamp,
LA.
you're good
They're
to
right
go.
near the ocean too. So just like
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
go near the beach, and when he starts coming, just run into the water.
Oh, we won't be able to see him coming out of the sand because he'll blend into the sand because he's a Sandman, Chris.
That would have been cool.
Wow.
They like only utilize his sandness in like one scene when, for
Yeah.
whatever reason, the guy is arrested and put into prison, and yet outside of his prison cell is a cigarette trash can thing.
Yeah.
Filled with sand.
That's gross.
But
Yeah.
I wanted, like, it just felt like. Sorry, I got sand in my eye. All the sand talk. It just felt like random. Like, how was he showing up at all
It
these
was
places?
super random because I figured, he's made out of sand, so he can
Yeah.
turn his body into sand. But I didn't think he could manifest himself wherever sand is,
Yeah. That's
like
pretty
with that
Yeah,
He
ashtray
only did
shit.
it once. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all this doesn't make sense. So he wants to get inside of a building, so he sands his way inside the building.
Yeah.
But then other times he doesn't even need to do that. He can just sand himself out of nothingness or out
Yeah.
of garbage.
Yeah.
Goddamn movie
Inconsistent
doesn't-
plot holes in a low budget 90s
This is
B
just
movie.
like the tip of the iceberg, though, with the plot holes. Frankly.
I want to talk about this. Oh,
That
look at
guy?
those goddamn eyebrows.
It's like Mark Wahlberg eyebrows.
It's like looking into a mirror, isn't it, Chris?
No, those eyebrows are like demonic.
They were
They're
talking
like-
about a dog, and then they pan over to this dude, and I thought it was like a mall at first, like half man, half dog.
I'm my own best friend.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Channing Tatum's character from Jupiter Ascending.
Oh God, we will not talk about that shit show movie.
I only
Got
saw
to
the
draw a
first
line
half.
somewhere.
I don't know what happens in the second half. Yeah, his eyebrows are super aggressive, and they made me very unsettled. And But unfortunately, they don't continue. Like just that one sequence, he comes out with his eyebrows. Like I don't even know how you get that. Like he got it like this. Like look at this.
All right.
I don't know.
So angry at one point.
Jack Nicholson skill
Hurt.
set there.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. Can't do
I
that.
can't. I need to work at my eyebrows. I can't control them that way. But the movie opens in a pretty cool sequence. A little kid in a house. I think this house they show you is like it's like a miniature, right?
Yeah, it is totally a miniature. Yes.
With sand blowing.
This whole
all around
opening was awesome. Like that location, it looks so cool.
It looked cool. You had the Sandman wandering in the desert to this house. This little kid is praying in his bed. All they only speak in like these like little rhymes and shit the whole time, but it was cool. It was good setting.
It was pretty cool.
The kid tells his parents that he told his teachers that when he grows up, he wants to be a grown up. And the dad is like proud of him for that. And I would have been like, what the fuck? Are you
Good job, Timmy.
He's 7.
That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
My teacher asked me what I wanted to be in school. And you know what I said? Nope. A grown up.
Hey, that's a good one, son.
He's so pleased about it.
That is
too.
not a good one. I would be like,
You know
you're
what,
a fucking
okay.
moron.
Different values, man. Different values.
Wait, Scott, you have a son. You call him son?
His dad
I
played
call him
Jimmy Olsen.
Goofball.
Right, Chris, do you call you like if Lily said that to you, you'd be like, "That's great, daughter."
No, I'd be like, that's dumb.
The
You're not
guy,
going to be a grown up.
the guy who played his dad was Jimmy Olsen in the original Superman movies,
Was he?
Oh, really?
and he was
He
Marty. He
looked
was Marty
familiar.
McFly's older brother too. So he's used to playing doofuses.
He's good at it.
He's been
And then-
casted.
And then the mom quickly tucks the kids into bed because they are going to go.
Seems like
You're
it,
the
right?
best parent.
You're the best parent.
Tuck me in.
Oh, daddy.
Yeah, call me daddy.
Some
Oh my
like
god.
some
was
suburban
like-
shit, isn't it?
I was getting into it. I'm like, yes. And then the Sandman shows up and murders the whole damn family in such a great sequence that was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was
He
pretty
sprinkled
cool.
the sand on her eyes, which
Yeah, that was cool.
I
It was
wanted
cool. That, man,
that chase sequence. That was
when the
I was
cops
on.
show up and the lights, and they're like out in the desert with the lights flying everywhere. It was so cool.
That was amazing. The cop is somehow in the nexus of the universe. It's completely black, but he's doing a monologue while a guy shines a flashlight immediately, like directly in his eye. Look at
Christ, that's 6 families he slaughtered. God damn it.
Oh, and it has that
so
crazy
good.
sound. This whole movie has that crazy, like weird, super short reverb, and then like it sounds like there's a fan running in the background.
Yeah, you know, it's funny you mention that. It's really funny you mention that. There's
How they
that
blow
scene
this
where they're
down.
sitting in the car, and you can hear like a car alarm in the distance. It was
Yeah.
so annoying to me. I paused the movie because I thought someone's car alarm was going on outside.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was so loud. It's like right in
I-
the mix.
that cop though. Wouldn't you have been like, dude, stop flashing that flashlight directly in my eye?
It's very dark and dusty. They couldn't see where
That's
they were going.
ridiculous.
It's
That
pretty
is a
cool
cool
lighting,
shot
though.
though.
That is-
Like
it
how
is
he's
cool.
like the nothingness
I
around.
liked a lot of the
Yeah.
lighting in this film. I thought
Yeah,
it was
the lighting was good.
really on point. It was a very 90s horror kind of look to it.
Yeah, all the sets were cool.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, the production quality was all good in this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, the
yeah.
kills were cool if you could see something.
There's
Like-
one that
There was one cool kill. It was the gang
Yeah.
leader.
What was
Yeah,
this
that was
rated?
pretty cool.
What's the rating on this movie?
it's rated R.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
I thought
Yeah,
maybe I was
uh,
going to get the R rating.
I think the gang leader, the
Yes.
Why do we have to
So
look at a light bulb for
cool.
12 seconds?
Right?
because it's cheaper that way.
But can't you just cut right ahead to the scene with his legs there?
That's like the dentist. When you when they sandblast your teeth or whatever with that
Oh my
water
God.
spray, that's exactly what it feels like. Like I'm afraid they're gonna miss and they're gonna like just take out my gum. You know what I mean?
How
That's
kind
what
of budget
Yeah.
dentist are you going to?
I'm just saying. The wind swept sand against skin is cool because I could see it like wearing down the skin.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they didn't. They just show you the aftermath. That's the problem.
Well, we have the one lady who gets sucked into her bed, which turns into sand.
Very Johnny Depp. Yeah.
That was the problem when that happened. I got excited because it was like the only thing cool happening. It's like, oh, finally we see something. A skull.
Then we have that scene where he's forming back into a body. Then they show him, but it looks just kind of like a cat turd in a sandbox. Like that was disappointing.
And they got lazy with it. They just started having him rise up from the ground every time.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, we're just gonna do this for the rest of the movie now.
You have the cop getting killed at one point, and I have a clip of it somewhere. And I didn't quite understand it because the Sandman like puts his hand on his face, and his like face looks like it's mutated. Then for like a second,
I think he like turned his face into sand, right?
He's sand his face. What'd you say, AJ?
Yeah, was he like sandblasting him? I didn't know what was happening. Either.
It's like he like covered his face with sand or something.
And
I don't know. It was weird.
Let's take a look.
Whoa, it's like a mask.
But it didn't look like sand there.
Yeah.
No.
Does he suffocate him? How did that work?
It looked more like skin.
Yeah.
It reminded me of Beetlejuice for some reason, just to look.
yeah, like the yeah.
I think the problem with this movie is that they only made one of them, and I need like 4 or 5 of these where they get ridiculously bad. You know what I mean? They keep playing with this concept and such stupid ideas. That's what I want.
So you're saying this should have been Sleepstalker 6?
No, Argento was supposed to. Yeah, man, I don't think he ever made one.
You didn't get Neil Gaiman on board. That's what happened.
Well, Neil Gaiman, aren't they making a Sandman?
They're making a series, I think.
Yep.
See what you did there, AJ.
Yeah, I thought there was a show coming to like Amazon or something, but
I know, but there's a lot of movies with a Sandman character in them. There's got to be a dozen of them out there, so we can just watch them all.
There's a bunch from.
Is there though? Why my voice got?
I think there's like I don't know. I could be wrong, but there was a bunch that came up when looking at this. There was one called just Sandman from 1995.
Yeah.
All right, we need to do Sandtober.
Sandman. Maybe
it's
it's inspired.
Maybe it's a sequel.
Oh shoot!
I want the sequel, the Sandman re-splash
Unglassed.
Unglassed. I mean, that was a good foreshadowing at one point where the guy tells him, if you heat up sand, it turns into glass.
Yeah, because that's how he made that cross thing that turns.
The cross thing was
knife.
pretty cool. Yeah.
That was
but
cool.
There was just a fire. It wasn't enough.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
if that's what they're gonna foreshadow. He should have been glass, and then he should have pushed him over, and he shattered.
What they needed was some lightning. A lightning strike would have been badass. We just turns into
lightning crashing Aaron and old mother dying or whatever.
Oh, fuck you.
They should have held on to the amulet as like a source of power. That would have been cool. And it's like something that'd be passed down from person to person, and some kid picks it up after he dies or something. That'd be cool. Sandman 2, here we go.
Because I mean, they left it open because I mean the priest was there.
That's true.
Digging through the ashes, or the
glass.
pieces of glass. Yeah.
What was the story with the priest having to like? What was his connection to him? Why was the voodoo priest helping him all the time?
The kid came to him after he killed his dad, right?
Yeah.
Yes, here.
After he killed your father, he came to me. I took care of him. I showed him the way to his dreams. Offer your soul to the almighty evil.
But he was
That's
in
a whole
jail.
bunch of nonsense.
If he killed his dad, he was in jail like that same night. So did he meet him in jail? Is that what happened?
No. So
No.
Griffin, our main character, is actually adopted. And the Sandman
I got
went on a killing spree in the
forgot he was
70s
adopted.
to find this kid. And so the parents that were
And
banging were
What
not
a
actually his
stupid
real parents.
concept.
And
Listen to how stupid it sounds when you say it out loud.
Griffin's family was the 7th family that the guy got to.
Yes.
So I thought they were going to do like a 7th son of a 7th son kind of thing, but they didn't.
Missed their potential there.
Yeah, they could have had Iron Maiden on the soundtrack and everything.
Yeah. You also have this other character named
Dog.
Other character, lady. What's her name? Megan.
Girlfriend.
The
Megan,
photographer?
The girlfriend.
who keeps like at the beginning, she keeps telling him how he needs to date more,
Mm-hmm.
and how she's trying to set him up.
With that stupid astrology bitch
Yeah,
that's like,
yeah.
ooh, I was
Don't
I was
call
Joan
her
of Arc in a past life. I can't believe it. I was the saint of Avalon. La, la, la. And I wanted to punch her in the face.
Just
yes.
setting him up for disaster. What's happening?
And he's like, yeah, no, thank
You don't think hanging out, like somebody coming over and doing that would be kind of fun? How ridiculous
I'd
that
probably
is?
mess with him a little bit,
That's
but
what I'm saying. But it was so clear from the beginning that they were like romantically interested in each other, and she kept
Yeah.
trying to set him up. I'm like, what? You get who are you dating? You date someone. Stop trying to make me date people. I was personally attacked.
Well, they wanted to be together, but neither one of them could admit it.
Oh,
So she tried to set him up with
Looks
her
like
friend.
you and I, Chris.
Classic move.
oh my
You've never had that happen?
It's nothing like this. There's no recipe for production in that.
I want to see.
You've been chambering that one, haven't you?
That's so good.
Mario Lopez as Colonel Sanders.
oh,
I did like
God.
when they introduced Griffin in the coffee shop. He's got his stupid hat on. It looks like Central Perk from Friends. Melissa Etheridge is playing in the background. Everything is so
Wait,
90s.
was that
So
the coffee shop?
90s.
I thought that was their office. That's
It was a
No,
coffee
it was
shop.
the Fresh Grounds or whatever.
It was a coffee shop. 'cause
And the girl lives above it.
she lives
Okay.
above it.
Yeah.
What? I have a question about this coffee shop, though. I can't find the picture. There's a oh, right here. What is this thing on the right side? Is the
That's in
coffee
a-
holder?
It's a coffee
That's
pot.
like an espresso
Yeah.
machine thing.
I've never seen that. I thought it was some
it's just for
steampunk
serving
coffee maker
purposes.
thing.
Steampunk coffee.
It looks very steampunkish. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it does. It's very Victorian, like era.
I've never had an espresso. Should I try that at some
You've
point? in
never
my
had
life?
espresso?
No, I've never
God.
lived.
Wow.
Nope. Never
That's
really
crazy.
lived. I drink coffee like a fiend. I'm a coffee fiend, but never espresso.
Espressos. You should do like an
Wait.
espresso after you have
Oh,
like
wait.
a big meal or something.
Is it espresso?
Yes.
Okay, I keep
Espresso.
saying espresso.
That's crazy.
God damn it, I'm an idiot. Yeah. So the middle
Ooh,
of the
and
movie.
He has a pager too.
He does?
Griffin, he gets paged a few times in the movie.
By
see.
dog.
By dog.
yeah.
The
Dog
Pager.
Sanchez.
Is he a doctor? What does he have a
friendly
pager
gang
for?
later.
Yeah, I think in the 90s, if you were in like a professor or like a doctor, you wouldn't have a pager, right?
You'd be like a doctor or a drug dealer. Like that's
My
like,
dad had a
what you have a
pager.
pager for.
Yeah, your dad was a doctor, Spiff.
Yeah, he'd be
See?
on
So,
call.
yeah. Or was he really a drug dealer?
My favorite part is after he gets off the phone to set up the interview, he says to Megan, he's like, you can take the pictures and then they're going to call me and then we go down to the hood and we do the interview. I'm like, this is the worst mid-90s dialogue ever.
We're naive.
We're going to go down to the hood.
He goes down there then and he's like, if you want to defend yourself, first you need a gat.
Oh man.
You walk right up to that fool and you pull the trigger. I'm like,
Remember,
oh God, this
it
is
was-
terrible.
It's written by two old white men, so that's all I'm saying.
They were waiting to get this call, and Molly, or whatever the woman's name is, supposed to photograph for him,
Mhm.
and she gets cold feet because it's like going down to these gangbangers and stuff.
In
Like,
the middle of the
legit-
night, yeah.
Yeah, like it's legitimate, and he like freaks out on her because he's a dick.
He was
And it
such a dick in that scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what was the point of that?
I don't
Just
know, to
take
create
pictures of
tension.
flowers.
To make you hate him as a character even more than you already do.
I think the hat already
Is that
accomplished
hat?
that.
I know. Right?
It was just I didn't understand the purpose.
He-
'Cause, like,
yeah, because he was like, your big masterpiece will be tulips.
yeah, I was
Like,
like,
you
dude.
asshole.
Yeah, like you could have just been like, "Oh, it'll be okay. We'll be all right," and she would have been like, "Okay," but no.
Maybe it's showing the connection to the father.
Oh.
Continuing the abuse.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah.
Yes, those tendencies.
I mean, a real writer would have done that, but not in this case.
So, the brother who is the Sandman was abused as a kid with his mouth sewn shut.
Yes.
We never see, but he's got to be like 10 years older than him or something?
He was pretty old in that scene, right?
Yeah.
I want to. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then he kills his real father. We never see the real mother.
Almost kills his brother.
The mother died.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not explained how.
Those flashback scenes, like waiting until like the third act to even show it, was just like, what's going on?
I didn't
with this?
care
And they
at
kept
that
going
point.
back to it with that like delayed exposure.
I liked the look of them, like because it was so sparse, because it was very dreamlike, and it had that creepy clown painting, and then just the bed and that creepy ass record player playing that lullaby that's still stuck in my head. The first time I ever saw this movie was probably 1997, and that song has been tattooed in my head ever since.
Really?
But
creepy.
It is creepy. But I thought there's a lot of potential with that scene. But then when the dad comes in to beat him, it's blocked and shot so horribly that it kind of breaks the dreamlike aspects of it.
Yeah, it was less surreal
It seemed
then.
like rushed. Like it was just like that one wide shot kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then they kept going back to it. I'm like,
It was like, crap, we need a reason for them to be related.
Yeah,
I
but
thought it was
Jim,
weird
go
editing
film
choice.
this.
But I thought they were trying to like make you empathetic to the Sandman in some ways, because. But it still doesn't make any sense. Like, okay, cool.
He murders his own brother, so how?
Yeah, like why? And it doesn't make any.
Exactly.
I want to give you peace by murdering you.
He said the priest says like that's his last mortal tie is the brother, so it's like he can't reach his full power until he kills the younger brother.
Selfish, man.
That's a
That's what I need to do.
Right?
Aaron.
I welcome sweet death. Bring it on.
So it's like a final sacrifice to get the ultimate power, I guess.
Right.
These are these plot holes.
But then he
So
kills his brother.
It's Jet Li in the one.
He kills his brother and he just keeps
going.
going.
Nothing happens.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Yeah, nothing happens. He doesn't get any stronger or
we
ascend
need like a
to the next
Highlander.
level.
There can be only one Sandman.
Sandman.
That'd be cool.
At one point, our main character Griffin gets arrested by Ken Foray.
Yes.
Yes.
Who's in the
That's
movie
so awesome.
in like 2 scenes, and it makes it seem like he's going to be an important character, and then they completely forget about the cops angle of this movie.
Basically a cameo, but he's so good.
But then his girlfriend shows up with the gat and makes the cops like take their clothes off, and then they drive away in a scene where they almost hit a truck, and I'm pretty sure that was not meant to be
not in the movie.
That was not supposed to
Yeah.
happen.
They were really running away at that point. They're like, we don't have.
It was so close. Yeah, and then did the cops ever show up after that? I don't think they do.
Nope.
Because then they go find the warehouse, right?
I feel like there's stuff missing from this movie, because they had the whole sequence where he's like in the police station where they're fumigating and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what that had to do with anything.
Yeah.
With the
They
bugs
don't believe in. But yeah, the fumigating. Yeah.
They could have made that an angle into.
It's like you should not be in there if they're doing that.
No, that would make you fart uncontrollably, I think.
Here it comes.
I'm not gonna do it.
The answer that I gave you is they didn't bother to interview a single witness. Just like you, they don't want to know the truth.
They didn't want to know the truth.
Do you think not to defend him, but do you think maybe it's the lady sitting beside him that did it?
Oh, and he's too much of a
Little
gentleman.
intrigue.
Yeah, that's it.
Rudy Giuliani is known for
She
being
was trying to pass the blame by looking over like, what'd that guy do?
It's more likely he was out at Chili's the night before and just ate something he shouldn't have, and now he's there.
Press conference. They had a hearing.
I mean,
Yes.
if you're at Chili's, you're eating something
Yes.
you shouldn't have.
Yes, exactly.
It's the COVID.
Seems like the
man.
person that would do that.
It's the COVID makes those farts. It didn't sound wet. I will grant it that. It sounded nice and clean. It was a clean exit.
So it wouldn't have affected the Sandman, is what you're saying.
Now, there's that scene where the Sandman sticks his hand in the water. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
His fingers get chopped off.
Because that keeps
Yeah.
him from attacking her in the shower.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that
Did
reveal
she-
was really weird too. Like,
Did she get undressed, get a shower, get back into her clothes she just got out of?
Yeah, no one changes clothes in this movie.
Same
Well,
underdraggers and
they
everything.
filmed it in one day.
Underwear, nothing.
She's in the shower. She hears her friend screaming. She turns off the water, dries off, puts her clothes on, and then goes to check.
But the water was loud, Spiv. You can't hear screaming over water.
That's true.
We need to have another shower discussion.
Spiv, you may not know this, Spiv. In the 90s,
Sorry, I can't hear
they
you.
didn't have those reciprocator caps or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Registrator caps. Reciprocator cap. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
Restrictor caps.
Restrictor caps.
And if Trump
What's
got
one of those
reelected,
cat cards?
we would have him back again.
Put that restrictor plate on there, man.
Go wash our dishes
Bring
in
it
10
back.
minutes. Take a shower and use up 800 gallons.
Yeah. Water
America.
flowed like it was nothing back then. You couldn't hear anything over those showers. The pressure was so high. My water pressure, I didn't want to talk about it, but
It's
my
a
water pressure in this house is a joke. Right,
What's
AJ?
going on over there?
So,
Yeah.
Speaking
I went
of
over there,
water,
it's like
did
a
you,
dripping faucet. I'm like, I'm supposed to take a shower in this?
Oh, you're probably taking it when the dishwasher was running or something.
Oh my god, it was like nothing happening.
That's a rough ticket, dude.
Chris, did you see that today they started trading water futures?
What does that mean? Oh, for the inevitable water wars coming up?
Mad
Doesn't,
Max
like,
has
the Bush
begun.
Gonna
family
happen.
own like a huge portion of the world's water already. They
Nestle,
bought, like, all the
Nestle
lakes and,
basically
Nestle does.
Nestle.
uses everybody's water and then sells it to us. So fucked up.
Yeah, I don't understand anyone who buys bottled water.
Buy water stock.
That's fucked up.
Hey, this is not a political show. Right? Fuck you guys. All right. Anyways.
It's
So-
tangentially related.
It's tangentially.
Tangential.
So she sticks up the cops, and then later in the movie, all these people are murdered. She has absolutely no proof that the Sandman ever existed for the law enforcement. They do know that she was there when the people were murdered, and yet somehow she goes. Nothing happens. She's free, sprinkling his ashes.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
they weren't real cops and they just didn't care at that point.
That's the LAPD.
Maybe they were actors.
Maybe the writers just didn't think about it.
I got one other scene to talk about, and it bugs me in movies like this. Not the ass. The ass is just coincidental.
It's like, okay.
Look at this
like last
ventilation system.
It's
so big.
enormous.
If I hired an HVAC company to come put a ventilation system in my building, and they're like, "Okay, we need 6 feet of your roof so that people can crawl through this thing."
Yeah.
If it's a big building, man.
How much
but the-
air are you pushing
It'd
through
be,
there?
it'd be pushing so slowly through that
Yeah.
giant.
This is
Giant-
the 90s. You just
I
put
don't
some
know.
coal at the bottom, set it on fire.
And I feel like a ventilation system like that wouldn't actually be able to support your weight. Like
No.
the supports would break and you would fall.
You would fall through
Oh,
that.
Probably.
sure.
And that ass would be hitting the ground so hard. Yeah.
Well, another thing is that whole chase scene at the end when they're in the warehouse. They have like one hallway to shoot in, and they just moved the
Oh, yeah.
trash into different
They
spaces.
got lazy. They got lazy at the
Hey.
end for sure.
That worked for me.
The lighting wasn't even as good either. They were like, it was going down, you know.
Let's wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
Yep.
I only got this one pair of clothes. It's getting pretty sweaty.
Yeah, this movie definitely had potential though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many spots.
They just it needed more budget and more story.
Yeah.
Did you guys like
Less
the bad guy?
backstory, more story.
I liked him. I thought
Like his
his
performance?
I liked the
Yeah, I thought
performance,
his
yeah.
like his voice and like his low end deliveries were really nice. I mean, some of the like nursery rhyming was kind of cheesy, but it's still cool concepts, you know.
It was a cheesy movie, yeah. It
Yeah.
worked.
He also
Yeah.
never aged between when he was arrested and when they executed him. He did not
Yeah,
age at
he's got
all.
those good genes.
I've been moisturizing lately. I feel like that's what you have to do.
I think you hit a certain age, you just stop aging.
When are you gonna hit that, Spiff? No comment.
I mean, if anything,
Yeah.
that detective looked better.
Right?
He got off the booze, cleaned up a bit. Yeah.
He had his garden.
Yeah,
He
Hanging out
was
in this
tired.
bathrobe,
He
yeah.
was relaxing.
On top of a building. That's got to be the life. Everybody was in like robes and stuff. Like, how long are you staying in a robe when you start your day?
Just
Oh,
if you have nothing else to do. That's all
Well,
you're
yeah,
doing.
I mean, he gets his shower,
Really?
he has his breakfast, does some gardening, has the orgy in the evening. He never need to get out of the robe.
He was like 50, and I feel like that's the age where you're having orgies, right?
I don't know.
Spiv, you're almost there.
He's older than I am. What?
I said you're almost there. You probably are planning for the orgies. Let's just
I
get
will
that
say,
out.
you
The
can
robe's
definitely
hanging in
hang
the
around
closet.
all day in the bathrobe.
What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You are weird. Anyways, let's talk about the ending where the lady falls 3,000
Get
feet
some
to the
fresh
ground
air.
and walks it off.
Oh my.
You know,
She
this
fell into those
Stunt double
boxes.
to hit that.
That was a cool.
Oh,
That was a
yeah.
cool jump stunt.
Fucking dead though.
I got
Yeah,
a question before that. Okay, so they find the like kerosene and rags when they're still in, and then they go up in the vent thing, and they light it. And I'm thinking it's gonna be like a Molotov cocktail where they like throw it at him, but they just set it there and light it, and it explodes like a bomb.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
Yes, it
I watched
does.
that a few times because I was waiting to see. Like, I kept thinking I missed something,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but it didn't. It was just dumb.
And there's no way that would be hot enough to turn sand into glass, but I
Guys,
don't know.
you're thinking too much.
I know.
They need to like Terminator 2 him, where he's like falling in the vat of
Yeah.
acid or the
Liquid
lava.
metal.
or
He needs to
liquid
be in like
metal.
one of those places.
And
Well, he
also,
does- go ahead.
why did he go into the incinerator? Did he see her in there? And how did she get to the top?
That's what I'm saying. It
Oh,
feels like
he
they
smelled
missed
her, didn't he?
cutscenes.
You're asking too many
Oh.
questions.
Yeah, I
She
said
She
it
didn't
was
wear the
dope.
same costume for like 4
We
days.
need to
so
watch
they
the
said-
Rudy
It's like,
Giuliani video
I
again.
have super smell. They had that at the end.
He should have been like able to sense moisture or something.
That'd be cool.
Or what if it rained one night? That would have been cool.
See,
And
that would have been cool.
Oh, that's a lot of special effects.
Like cutting in.
That's how you end it, the rain. And he's like falling apart as he's walking at her.
yeah, and they think they got him.
That'd be cool.
And then
the rain just
next-
does them in, and everyone's like happy.
It was cool
Yeah.
that he broke his arm off and it was like that glass
That was
shard
pretty
and
cool.
that part was cool.
I wasn't expecting Gryffindor to die. Like
No.
I just, especially after their love blossomed, I was just
Yeah.
And especially since they set it up so that when he dies, the bad guy wins.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a
But
surprise.
Then he
didn't
dies.
sort of.
But is he dead?
Spiv.
Oh,
You ruined the show with the pen. You ruined it. Just turn this off. It was just fucking.
I'll tell you what I want to
The whole
talk
thing is
about.
ruined.
Where'd he get that badass duster from, right?
Oh
That
my
was the cool
God.
duster.
That was cool.
You just gotta sell your soul, man.
He
You
didn't
can
have
count
it in
on it.
jail,
Nice
right? Dug it out of the desert after Mad Max filming and just like walked on
Why
set.
was he just wandering in the desert in the opening credits?
I
think it was cool.
Sandman, Aaron.
Yeah.
He's the
It was
Sandman.
cool.
He's
Yeah.
got to go back to the Sandman.
But at that point, he wasn't really the Sandman. I mean, he was the Sandman, like the serial killer
That's
guy,
true.
but he wasn't
your-
actually made of
what's your-
sand. He
That's
was
a
the man sand, not
He's
the
the man.
Sandman.
He's the man sit. What's your serial killer shtick? His is putting sand in people's eyes after he's done. What are you gonna be?
Oh.
You know, like Ed Gein, like makes masks and stuff out of people's skin.
I would sell their torsos and their pelvises.
I'll give you $5,000.
I don't know. That's
Okay.
a good one.
That's a hard question, right? Yeah.
I think I'd cut off toes.
Should be the Toman. What did you do with them?
The toe
Oh,
cutter.
he'd make a necklace and then put it around their neck.
Tickle them all day.
This little piggy
Tickler.
How about you're
Not
the
the
tickler?
tickler
You just-
again.
you tie up people and you tickle them to death.
Oh God, that would be a horrible way to die.
That would take forever.
Great concept, though, right?
Possible to
Hasn't
kill
been done.
somebody that way?
I think you'd have to like put up some sort of device that constantly tickles.
Sir, I'm not ticklish, sir.
As somebody that very much is so, and I'm gonna have like a new horror flang nightmare about this.
Horror flang? Is that what you said?
I'm drinking.
Horror flang.
I'm
Sorry, you went a little
speechless
robot
swearing
for a
a little
moment
bit.
too. You're like beep boop, horror flang. All right, Does anybody have anything else with this movie? Can we move on?
Mr. Sandman.
Hopefully to another Sandman concept.
There was
There's
a newer
one.
movie called The Sandman. I saw. It was
There's a
like
bunch.
2016. I want to
As long
watch
as they
it.
don't have Spider-Man in them, I'm okay with it.
There we go. It's even Spider-Man.
This would be a good movie for a remake if, just pick out the good parts.
I would just take the concept and do everything.
Run
with
with it.
Yeah.
Just like smash with Friday the 13th and you're good to go.
Yes.
All right. Any alternate titles?
I got a couple.
Go ahead, Lindsay.
These weren't easy to come up with because
No.
this wasn't like a funny bad movie. Yeah, I mean there was stuff to make fun of, but so these aren't my best, but I did try. Nightmare on Shitty Street. A House of Sand and Slog.
Oh, like House of Sand and Fog.
Mr. Sandman, Bring Me a Better Movie. And Spider-Man 3, The Snyder Cut.
Oh,
nice.
Burn.
Look, you upset Spiv so much with your bad
Yeah,
title.
he just walked off.
He just left.
It's like, I love Schneider.
Did you talk about Batman versus Superman that way? Aaron, what do you got?
I didn't make any this week.
Are you kidding me?
I watched this while cooking dinner.
It was it was a hard one to like
I really
immediately think
struggled.
of wings.
Yeah.
I got a few. Sand in your eye. Now you die.
Oh, that's good.
Don't get this dream wet. Thinker. This one's good. Snorgasm. I don't know. Yakety yak. Hit that sack. Exit light. Enter fright. To sleep and die in LA. Because the movie took place in LA, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And nocturnal emissions.
With that Giuliani clip.
Spiv, you have returns. Do you have any alternate titles? I assume
do
no.
not.
Okay. All right. We don't have a game, right? We're not doing games anymore. Nobody
We
does
could.
it.
It's not
and
right
I-
now.
I looked up a quick nursery rhyme quiz if we want to.
Oh, boy.
Who's feeling the game? Who wants the game? Anyone feeling the game?
I'm always game, but if not, I will.
All right, fine. We'll do a quick one. All right, we'll do a quick game.
Game time, baby.
Your theories are the worst kind of problem. Try your best to sloppy and your conclusions are highly pleasant. Shall we play?
So this one was Sandman, nursery rhymes kind of thing, and sanding. So
Incredible. Intro there to the game step. Confident as always.
This week on Bob Vila's House Repair, we learned about sanding.
With the sand and the paper.
you got your 80 grit. So let's see, AJ, you're giving the answers.
Oh, he's picking now. Okay.
So we all talk and AJ answers for us.
Correct.
Okay.
Number 1. Where did old Mother Hubbard go to find food for her dog?
Her cupboard.
Cupboard.
Wait, this is a trick question, isn't it?
Old Mother
Her
Hubbard had
cupboard.
no food in her cupboard because she lived in America and fuck poor people. She went down
The
town to
Mother
the
Hubbard
homeless shelter.
went to her cupboard to pick up.
To fetch your poor dog a bone. I don't remember the rest.
She went to the gray market body parts place.
The cellar. I don't know. What do you got, AJ?
I have no idea. Cupboard? I mean, that's...
All right, we're
not
going
it.
cupboard.
idea.
That's
Not
not
cupboard.
it.
She went to the baker's to buy him some bread. But
Oh.
when she came
Your
home,
dog bread?
The baker was
poor
dead.
dog was dead.
I wonder
Are you
why.
serious?
What's from all that bread?
Should just ate the dog at that point. If it was already dead. Back in those days, yeah, people would.
Maybe. But then the dog would be in the cupboard. she wouldn't have the issue.
Yeah, but meat didn't last long back then. You had to salt it.
Yeah, you know,
You just don't know anything about history, Spiv. It's very clear to me now.
As a vampire, I didn't need any of that stuff. Number 2. What did the 3 little kittens lose?
Their mittens.
3 little kittens, they lost their mittens. And probably their eyeballs or something.
Yeah, it's mittens.
Mittens, correct.
Oh, okay.
In This Little Piggy, which toe had roast beef?
I don't remember how to do that whole thing.
This little
piggy went wee. Oh, yeah.
The middle toe?
It's probably the one next to the pinky toe. That one kind of looks like it has a fair amount of meat on it.
Let's talk about the names of all the toes, because I just need that clarified.
Yeah, we have the old fatty, big fatty.
I know the big toe and the
big
pinky,
toe.
and there's the middle one,
And
right?
then
They're the
other
middle
ones.
toes.
What are the other ones? There's one like
You got
the
your
ring
flying
finger
horn
toe.
and your
Big
long horn.
toe and your pinky.
Longhorn. That's what I'm saying. I have no idea.
That's a good question. Why don't we have names for the other toes?
Because they're not important.
Wow.
They're just kind of
We
there
just
in
don't
the
care
middle.
about feeding this culture, do we?
Quentin Tarantino's making that right.
Put socks and shoes on and you're off. That's it.
We're phalangists.
I don't know. The middle one. The
I
ring
think it's
toe.
the middle toe.
Which one's the middle toe?
We'll
God
say the
damn it!
middle
There's
toe.
The
5
one
of
in
them.
the middle.
It covers a
It's
lot
the
of
one
it.
in the middle.
It covers
Like
the
your middle
gambit.
finger of toes.
We got like a 60% chance with that answer.
Yeah. Middle toe.
That's like the shittiest toe.
When's it final answer, guys?
Yeah, the shittiest toe is the one beside the little toe.
Middle toe.
I feel like you could lose that one and it wouldn't matter.
AJ
don't
still
know.
hasn't
Middle
said it.
toe. I would say middle
Middle
toe.
toe.
I
Middle
don't think that's
toe.
an
Middle
answer.
toe. Middle toe is correct.
What? That's great. Okay.
Is the other one like a ring toe?
Yeah, I think so.
How many bags of wool did Baba Black Sheep have?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3 bags full.
Yes.
Bing,
3
bang,
bags full.
bong.
That's it.
3 bags full. In Bye Baby Bunting, why had Daddy gone hunting?
Because the kid wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Because he was, I don't know.
You break the mirror. And then
He
you...
was all finished grunting.
Ew.
I don't even think I know that one. Really.
You're the best parent,
Doesn't sound
Chris.
familiar.
Bye, baby.
Daddy. I don't know this one either.
To bring home something for supper. I don't know.
Yeah. To bring home. I don't know.
A fresh kill.
We have
To
no
bring it
idea.
home. Bring it home.
Bring it home is
Bring it
not
on
correct.
down to home.
Damn it. It's to get a rabbit skin to wrap the baby bunting in.
Oh.
Oh. Do you have the whole rhyme there? I'm curious.
I do
don't think I've
not.
ever heard this one. Okay.
I think
Okay.
Scott should read baby like nursery rhymes.
If you should write creepy nursery rhymes.
You should just write the next Sandman. You're already halfway there.
Bye,
You got the
baby
nursery rhymes.
bunting.
You can't go wrong.
Bye, baby bunting. Daddy's gone a hunting. Gone to get a rabbit skin to wrap the baby bunting in.
That
That's
sucks.
I don't think I've heard
dumb.
that one.
That's the whole
People
thing.
in the past were lame as shit because they would be like, "Yeah, get me to the bunt." Like they would
That's
go
like-
and see this shit in concert.
That's like a B grade nursery rhyme, right?
Like I'm serious. Like you would have plays and people would go to see this shit.
To be fair, Chris, I remember when they were little
One, yeah.
It was
and you're
entertainment,
super
man.
tired and you're
Storytelling.
trying to soothe them and you just say stupid shit and they would
Yeah.
calm
I
down.
don't believe I've ever said a stupid thing in my life.
What was the second creature to be swallowed by the old lady who swallowed a fly?
How am I? Do you
That's all I
swallow
know
a
is the old
fly?
lady who swallowed a fly.
Why did she swallow a fly?
Because there was an old
get to the
guy.
pie?
There's
I
like
don't know
12
this
things
one.
that go into that.
Yeah.
So wait, what was the? Why did she swallow the pie?
What's the second creature?
AJ, the
frog.
aliens are
She
coming.
swallowed a
Dude.
frog.
What is that noise?
That was
Oh, a
a
frog
motorcycle
needs to fly.
going past my house.
Oh,
that was
Lindsay.
Rudy Giuliani going past my house.
Already get way past you.
Was it a frog that swallowed the
Frog.
I think
Right?
it's a frog.
All right,
Frog.
we'll say frog.
It is a
Seems
spider.
Spider to eat the fly.
Spider to eat the fly.
That makes sense.
Oh, I thought
Gosh,
it
that
was
was so easy.
I was
Nice.
like,
She's
I was
the
going
fly.
back the wrong way. Like,
What
what
eats the
swallowed
spider?
her? Like, I don't know where. Like a bear. All right, we
Yeah,
good
that
on
one.
this? We good, right?
Mid
What
end
happened?
game here. Oh my god.
What happened to Solomon Grundy on Sunday?
They had too much funding.
Friday.
Solomon Grundy.
Got a
They're like,
Solomon my
your name
Grundy.
sucks and it's annoying. So
Solomon
I eat you
Grundy
for dinner.
had to fold all their undies on Sundays.
He went to, I don't know, did something at the temple of what's the
Al Bundy.
I'm talking about isn't there a Solomon Grundy DC character?
Is there?
I'm not a big Zack Snyder fan.
I think you're right though, Lindsay.
He was hanging out with the Legion of Doom.
I couldn't tell you. Let's go with that then.
All right.
He's hanging out with the Legion of Doom. No, he was buried.
Oh man.
What? I
Okay.
don't even know
It's
where
dark.
we're at anymore.
We're on the internet, Chris. We're on the internet. Why did Jack and Jill go up a hill?
To patch
the
goddamn water.
There
Yeah.
you go. There.
That's an
How
easy
many
one.
blackbirds were baked into a pie in Sing a Song of Sixpence?
4 and 20.
420.
We'll go with that. We'll go with that.
Not the only thing in that pie.
That's right. And number 10, final question.
Okay.
How many days old do some people like their peas porridge?
Peas porridge hot. Peas porridge
9
cold.
days
Peas
old.
porridge hot. 9 days old.
9 days.
9
old.
days
9
old. Good job.
Well, that just came to me. That's weird.
You guys got like a
Dark
solid
repressed
C-
childhood
on that
memories.
quiz.
Well, we are very immature, so
So you get
Thank you.
you get to spend the night in the nursery.
Thank you, Spiv.
Oh,
that
the
was
Sandman,
a
I
great game.
hope.
damn, that Solomon one is depressing as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday, christened on a Tuesday, married on a Wednesday, took ill on Thursday, grew worse on Friday, died on Saturday, buried on Sunday. That was the end of Solomon Grundy.
Damn.
That's how you learn the days.
That's
of
why
the
he's a
week.
zombie in DC
As a
Comics.
child.
Damn.
Whoa.
Okay, thank you, Spiv.
Patreon.
All right.
Oh. No, it's the other one.
You're welcome, says Spiv to Chris. All right, did it for you. You are listening to the Bad Movie Night podcast. Do you have a recommendation? A question? You want to talk about bad movies? Then join us over at our subreddit. Just search for Bad Movie Night on Reddit and join our community. Now, back to the show. You know, I do seriously start to question why we still do this, considering how much low effort we've gotten. Like we are getting lower and lower.
Returning
in
the
effort.
Giuliani over here, right? Just showing up, and that's all you have to do. Give me the check.
I did make clips and all that stuff ahead of time, so I guess I did put some effort into it, right? Counts for something.
Yeah.
We watched
Oh.
the movie.
Good.
Did we?
Some of us did.
I watched
Okay.
it.
All right. Well, that's fair.
Commercials.
No, I was kidding. All right. Spiv, would you recommend the Sleepstalker?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my god! I thought you were having a stroke. It sounds like somebody has a stroke.
I smell a train. Yeah, no, I'd recommend it. It's not the best, but it was not terrible.
Okay. AJ?
Yeah, I'd recommend it. It was actually more like studio production-y than I thought it would be, which was cool. And the effects and lighting were cool. And like, I see if someone's like a fan of like Nightmare on Elm Street, this might be up your alley. I don't know. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Can't complain.
Lindsay?
Yeah, I'd recommend it. There's definitely some potential in some of the things that they were doing. I liked some of the sand stuff, and the character of the Sandman is pretty interesting, and I would love to see fleshed out a little more. But yeah, I'd recommend it.
Aaron?
Yeah, pretty much just echo what everybody else said. It's a little disappointing because of the potential. It really could have been a lot better, but I've seen much worse, and it's free on Tubi.
Yes.
So it's definitely worth checking out.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I think what I like so much about this movie was just like the tone. It had that like 90s Nightmare on Elm Street-isk type thing.
Little
I don't know.
Clive Barker even.
Shocker-ish. Yeah, I guess it wasn't. It was too cheesy though for that. I don't know.
Yeah.
To me, I don't know. It could be. This could be like a Clive Barker type thing if you took it more seriously. I think. A little more disturbing. Anyways, yes, I'd recommend it. It's fun. It's weird. It's a good time. I guess let's move on and we'll do some emails.
I suggest we read some listener feedback, sir.
Make it so, number one.
Emails. You tiny little emails. You precious little emails. Where are you?
Star Trek.
Every time I see that, I laugh.
That's a good one. Last week we watched Hybrid, about the cockroach snake thing.
Was it about that, Spiff, or was it about this?
On cue.
You're welcome. So we I believe last week we had like 2 comments to read. So of course this week we have about 76. Kitradu over on our subreddit.
That's Dr. J.D. Borfington.
Dr. J.D. Borfington says Evanescence broke up cold with a hot mic incident. It's a fact. Look it up.
I did, and I couldn't find what she was talking about.
I found a little bit, and then I listened to that one Cold album from like
Just Got Nasty or whatever that song is.
Just Got Wicked.
Hey, whatever. that's the only song I know. I have that album too. Do we need to go back and investigate Cold again? Was that a good album?
That's after we complete the Evanescence catalog. Then we go back and we listen to other early 2000s alternative.
I can taste your innocence, Aaron. It's young and sweet, like Mother made you. Everything frozen to ice. These motherfuckers just got wicked. Listen to that beautiful poetry.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
Spiv.
I know it's not supposed to.
You're young and sweet, like your mother made you, Spiv. I know. So that's nasty. I don't like that.
Yeah.
What's going on
Is
here?
that like to a like a girlfrend? Because that's kind of weird.
Are
too.
we analyzing 2000?
This is not a Cold cast. We're gonna get.
What
to
are you
the
guys
Cold cast.
doing right now?
I'm about the band.
What's
Cold.
going on?
It's like the stepsister porn
Can't
stuff.
edit this shit out anymore, guys. We're doing it live. You can't
Don't
do
need to
this.
edit it out.
The only
This is
one
what,
watches.
this is what people want. They want to know about Cold and Just Got Wicked.
Wait, when did Cold come out? I don't even remember that as an album.
2000.
Yeah, see, I didn't listen that far. I mean, gosh. I left Evanescence in the 90s where it should have been left, right?
I don't think it was 90s. What?
Evanescence
Maybe
was
it was.
2000s, wasn't
Oh,
it?
was it?
Very early 2000s.
Can't wake up.
You don't remember this?
Yeah, I remember when Daredevil
can't
came
hear
out.
it.
When Daredevil come out. That's when it came
You
out.
can't hear it?
No, we can't hear it.
So lame.
It would have been so good. You guys would have been so blown away by the coldness.
We would have just got so wicked.
You would have been frozen.
So Sasmi has a good idea. We should rebrand. It's an Evanescence Hailstorm podcast.
There's some fans we could pick up, right?
We could probably get Hailstorm on the show. They're like right across the river.
The Hailcast?
Hailcast. Hail-Essence.
This week we're diving into the Hailstorm song. I gotta look one up. Vicious.
What is it? Dishes?
Vicious.
Oh, vicious. I thought I said dishes.
I thought it was vicious.
You make me vicious. Watch as I make my pain my mistress.
Is that real?
You can call me Miss Malicious. I'll dress you up in stitches. No, I cannot resist this.
That's a person that would buy a torso.
Yeah, there you go.
Or a pelvis.
There's a market out there. It's all about
Do you like
marketing.
hang it on a meat hook? What do you do with the torso?
Aaron, what don't you do with the torso?
My imagination is running
Right.
wild, but how do you store it?
Oh gosh.
With the
Yeah, do you have
band
to
Cold.
do you have to refrigerate it?
You get one of
Right.
those,
I would think
those
so.
big freezers, those floor freezer units at like Costco, and you hook it up.
This is
Yeah, you
pre-show
can't really
content,
enjoy
guys.
it because, yeah, I'm sorry. Continue.
It's PPC.
You put it in there with your frozen ice cream and everything else.
People have done that.
Charles Band III has a recommendation for us. It's so bad that Quentin Tarantino took a shit on it. Lorne Michaels took a shit on it, and probably the director took a shit on it. It's 1994. It's Pat.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no, can't
I'm
do
not
it.
watching that.
No.
Yeah. I feel like that's going to lead to too many passive inappropriateness, so we don't want to go down.
See, the thing of it is like the movies we watch. Honestly, I pick them out because I want to see them. I don't want to see Pat. Like that just would be cringy and bad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I have no
Bad comedy is just really
cringy,
bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's torture.
Yeah.
Paul Lilienthal appreciated that AJ was trapped in an alternate slow-mo dimension for the whole podcast.
I know. What was that about? And my
Yeah,
mic
your frame
was all
rate
weird.
was so low.
It was crazy.
That's because you're so far away from your mic right now, and you speak so much quieter than everybody else.
Do I?
And then there's a noise gate, so
crank-
it's like you come
Why
in. And
was
you're
there
like,
a noise gate?
His image
Why is there a noise gate?
because this thing
Because you
has
have kids running around.
no. This system has a noise gate going on,
Oh.
and yeah, I got kids. What do you want to say about that? You want to take us out back, motherfucker? Fuck! I listen to a lot of Hailstorm, so
I'm
I
just
know
saying.
what's up.
If I knew there was a noise gate, yeah, that
Bust right
that
through
web
it.
camera was very old that I had hooked up. This one's much nicer.
Yes,
Yes,
you look
we can
like
really-
you're from this.
I'm on the
volume.
laptop. I got a nice.
We
setup.
can see the oil tank behind you now.
Oh, you mean my water
Clear
supply?
definition. Oh, is that what that is?
It's a fallout shelter.
It's ready
You
in
need to have
case
your
the
water.
Sandman comes by.
It's like
Sure,
my
right.
gasoline.
Just open up the tap.
Man, have you had that basement checked for radon?
No.
Oh fuck, you're
Radon?
down there all the time, son.
I don't think I'm that dead. Well, I guess I should check for radon.
Growing your hair out.
Late.
I'm
You've already
only
late.
I'm only here for like a couple more months and I'm out.
You have absorbed so much radon at this point. There's no
Probably.
hope.
There's
I
a
mean,
spa.
I'm also breathing in Pennsylvania air, which is just as bad. So I'm not
Probably
worried
worse.
about it.
There's a spa in Japan where you can sit in radon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And why?
Why?
because it rejuvenates you.
Doesn't it give
Yeah.
you lung cancer?
Yeah, it causes your cells to uncontrollably mutate and spread throughout your body.
Yeah, rejuvenation.
That sounds fun.
Ian the Kilt Maker figured out what that sound was from the creature last week. It's the dragons from Warcraft 2.
That stock sound. I heard it
Oh
in some
man,
things as
Warcraft 2
well.
is such a good game.
Yeah.
Paul, I do not misunderstand the Sammy Hagar song.
No, Chris
Can't Drive
did.
55.
Chris didn't get it.
I get the song.
Chris said, "Speed is like that song, Sammy Hagar."
It was a joke, fucker. And just to be clear, he doesn't specify whether he can't drive faster than 55 or less fast than 55. So
It
touche.
works. It works.
Yes. he might, it's like, my car doesn't go 55. Or maybe he's like, I only drive so fast at 55.
I can't drive that slow.
I drive a little Pinto. It only goes 45. Maybe he should have cleared it up with his lyrics. Is all I'm saying. Who's the problem one now? Hailstorm wouldn't have done this. Their lyrics are clear.
He was reading the lyrics anyways.
It was vicious and couldn't make your bubblelicious.
I already closed.
Now I gotta go.
That was pretty accurate. I think.
You need to do like a rap version of Hailstorm, Chris. I think it would be fine.
I think they already
Spoken
probably do
word.
that.
Spoken word.
I think Hailstorm just did an album of all their songs like piano versioned.
Of course they did.
Yeah,
That's some stupid.
it's the thing to do now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's see here. Lindsay Washburn says, "Sleepstalker. That movie has the creepiest lullaby song in it."
Not wrong.
That's our reader feedback from last week.
I'm gonna start playing that for my kids when they go to sleep.
That's a great idea.
Sleep, baby, sleep. If you'd like me to read your comment on the air next week, leave a comment on our YouTube or subreddit for this movie, Sleepstalker. That's what it's called. We'll see you next week.
Man, Spiv is taking over the show with all these segments he's going on.
Good.
We're a regular professional over here.
That's right.
Professional something.
Professional something. All right, cool. Thank you. That's going to do it for Sleepstalker. Next week, switching it up a little bit. You know, the time has come. We're going to check out the 19-something movie. I don't know. I forget what year. Nope. Gladiator
Chicago.
Cop.
Gladiator.
You, my friend, will find a man or die.
Sounds
damn.
amazing. The music is
Wow. I'm excited.
I think somebody.
Chris, I want to
that
point
trailer.
out.
Yeah.
I want to point out this is the last movie of the year.
Oh wow.
Gladiator Cop.
No, it's not. How was the last movie of the year?
Don't
Because
we
we have the
usually do
BMNs. I
the
think we're
double
only gonna do
episode
one.
BMNs?
One BMNE this year.
We're only doing one BMNE this year. And, oh, you're right. And then the following year we have to do the Silent Night, Deadly Night 5 or whatever.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's got Lorenzo Lamas.
Silent Night in Space.
Can't handle the pressures. The pressures are mounting.
Wait, this is a sequel. The
Oh,
Swordsman 2, Gladiator Cop.
what is
Really?
it? It doesn't matter. Does it really
It doesn't
matter?
matter.
2,000 years ago, he conquered the world.
It's gonna be
now
great,
he's
man.
fighting for his life.
In
And
the
it's got James Hong
garage.
in it.
Jesus, cop.
In the garage. But we filled it with fog. And we have a good life.
You do realize the whole movie is going to be in that garage, right?
The way I like them.
I'm excited for it.
The full movie is available on YouTube if you know how to look for it. You just type the name of the movie in YouTube and it'll come up at some point.
Oh. And if it says Bad Movie Night Podcast after, don't go with a bunch of shit that you clicked on the wrong thing, dumbass.
And if you did do that,
This is Black Dog the song.
and if you did do that because it had a picture of Anna Nicole Smith on the cover, stop being a pervert on YouTube and go somewhere else. They have other sites for that kind of thing.
What are they, Chris?
I will send you a personal list.
Oh,
Okay.
I got my pencil. I'm ready.
All right. Cool. Thank you, Lindsay, for joining us.
Movienight.com.
Spiv, you are taking up Lindsay's time to shine.
Sorry, Lindsay. I'm sorry.
That's not
Lindsay,
the
thank you for
domain.
joining us.
That domain's currently for sale for nearly $5,000.
Yes,
Why don't you buy that, Chris?
If the YouTube channel doesn't work out, I'm going to go into torso salesman.
Yeah, it's probably a better way to go, I think. Lindsay, thanks for
You
joining
can
us.
really get
Thank
ahead.
you so much for having me. It's always a blast.
Everybody can find you at YouTube.
Yep, just put in my name, Lindsay Washburn. Lindsay with an A.
Cool.
No relation to Washburn Guitars.
Nope.
Well, we don't know that.
I
That
wish.
was very presumptuous of you, Spiv.
I wish.
How do you know?
I figured it would have come up by now. That's all.
I have been asked that before, but nope, sadly.
Okay. All right. That's it, guys. That's it for Sleepstalker. If you like what you heard, go to iTunes, leave us a review, please. Helps out the show. Put your Hailstorm songs in there, Evanescence, all that shit. We don't want actual reviews because that doesn't help out anyone. Then go
pyramid
to
schemes would be nice.
Patreon. What'd you say?
More pyramid schemes would be nice.
I forgot to mention that we picked up a new patron this week. And I would like to say your name if I knew how to read, but I can't read, so that's kind of on you at this point for trying to make me feel bad because I don't remember how to say your name. I mean, all right. Biggest stuff out of this hole.
Let's edit that out.
I forgot. We do support. We do thank you. Appreciate your support. Patreon.com/badmovienightshow for $2, I think, a month. You get access to the pre-show and all the bonus podcasts. There's over 100 of them. We talk about all sorts of fun stuff. This week we went in depth about torsos, body parts for sale, and Rudy Giuliani's fart. So if you'd like to hear all about that, go to patreon.com/badmovienightshow. That's it. That's it for this week. Check out Gladiator Cop on YouTube, and we will catch you here next time, guys. Goodbye.
Bad Movie Night Podcast. Podcast. We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night.